Hey, so I am back. It is the last day of May, and I am going to talk about my May favorites. I have a bunch of more random ones this month, so I'm gonna get right into it and talk so I'm not like chatting for a million years. So, first things first, I always start with makeup and skincare, and I have one of each. So, one of my makeup favorites has been a favorite for quite a while, and I kind of like go back and forth with it, where I'm using it a lot and then I'm not using it as much. I'm wearing it today on my eyes. I love glitter. I don't know that I'm ever going to hit a point in my life where I feel like I'm too old for glitter. These are the Stila Magnificent Metals. I only have one in Kitten Karma, and it's this like champagne-y color. It's kind of an interesting product because it has more of like a doe foot applicator, and it really can lay down a lot of product. But I just threw like a warmer brown in the crease today, and I just put this all over my lid, and I love it. And it's so fast and easy, but it looks cooler and like you tried more. So these are great. They're a little bit pricey, but they really are unique. I want to say they're like $21 or something like that. And I've used it a lot, and I think I will actually use this up. You can kind of see I've actually used about half of it, and you can do it with all different colors. And my skincare favorite is an old favorite again. I think this might have been in one of my first favorites that I ever did. This is the Vivant Skincare 3% Mandelic Acid Toner. So it smells weird. It smells very strong of alcohol. And it's in kind of different packaging now. It has like this like spray pump. I don't use that. I actually like undo the whole thing every day, and I put a little cotton pad on the top of it and just like dump it upside down. I find that I get the most usable product. I feel like the pump kind of gives you too much, but this is really great. It has mandelic acid. I think it has a little bit of lactic acid in it as well, and it works really well. It has witch hazel. I get what are called closed comedones on my chin. So I get these like little bumps under my skin, and they're almost like a white head or a black head that can't like get out. This is really kind of gross, but acids really help, and this one has worked for me off and on like for years. This is what I've always gone back to when my skin starts to get congested and funky. This transition into summer where I'm like air conditioning all day, and then hot summer, it hasn't been the easiest on my skin, but I'm actually not even wearing concealer or product on my chin today. You can kind of see what I'm working with, but it looks better. So yeah, this is really, really great. Again, it's a little bit pricey, but I feel like a treatment product for me is what I like to spend my money on, because I have had skin issues in the past, and I've had really bad breakouts, especially on my chin, and this is what has always cleared it up. So I got this on Dermstore, and I'll leave a link to where I got it below. My favorite book this month is one that I've posted about on social media. I actually started reading it last summer and then just kind of stopped, and is one that I wanted to go back to, and it is Intuitive Eating. So this is a book that if you pay attention to food and health and nutrition, this is one that you'll see. It looks super outdated. It was written in the 90s, but this is the third edition. I think that's the most recent edition, and it's literally just about going away from like dieting and diet culture and going more towards your intuition. I will post I think I'm going to do a standalone review for this and just kind of talk about it a little bit, but it really does, it takes all different things. It talks about, you know, stopping dieting, it talks about eating disorders, it talks about all different things, and I think that most people could take something positive away from this book. And obviously I made a bunch of notes, I have a bunch of highlights, and I just thought this was really, really good and very easy to read, and yeah, so I think that a lot of people will get a lot out of this. So on to my extras. I've got a couple food items and a couple things that are just inspiring me. So I'm gonna start with food, of course. One of my things is a little bit like weird, but since I started Whole30, I've been eating olives more regularly, and I have been buying these ones lately from Sam's, and it's just like a Greek olive medley, and it's like these big honking green ones and then Kalamata olives basically, and they're so good. And I think this container is like $6 or $7. Now they're not organic. Typically I go for organic, but it's just, olives are very hard to find at a good price. So I've been loving these. I actually didn't add this to my list, but I have been making it's like a paleo or Whole30 tzatziki sauce. And if you've never had tzatziki, it's like a dill and yogurty based one, but this is dairy free. And I'll post the link to that below, because I think you could modify it even if you didn't want to use like a Whole30 mayo, or if you wanted to use dairy or whatever. I think you could modify the recipe, but it's so good. And that, on top of vegetables with olives, has been the lunch that I've had the most frequently this month. I should maybe post videos about like my most common meals, or like, because I'm a meal repeater. That's interesting. Maybe I'll do that sometime. So my other one is a splurge, like desserty item, and it is this Honey Mamas. Have you seen these before? I only have seen these in like my health food stores. Natural Grocers sells them. Natural Grocers sells them for $4.99, so they are a bit pricey, but I have seen them at health food stores for like $7.50, and I would never buy a chocolate bar for $7.50. It would have to be so fantastic. But these are really interesting. It's very, very clean, minimal ingredients. The ingredient list is just right here. Sweetened with honey, so they all have the honey ones, but this coconut one is the one that I love. And it's not like a classic chocolate bar. I'll show you what it looks like. There's three of these that are attached, and it's like soft. So it's like a chocolate bar, but it almost has like the consistency of a chewy brownie. It's not like soft. It definitely has like some hardness to it. They're so good. And I was looking at them one day and I thought, oh, maybe I'll buy them. They were on sale for like $3.99. And the lady at my Natural Grocers was like, we cannot keep these in stock. Like, we're constantly refilling them. One of the ladies saw that they were on sale and said they're her husband's favorite. And her husband was like happy to have her spend this like exorbitant amount of money on chocolate bars. So she sold me on it. And I ended up buying a bunch for like Mother's Day and stuff like that. And now I have had them in the house since Mother's Day, basically. So when was that? 3 weeks ago or something? So good, and just a nice little dessert. And I don't ever sit down and eat a whole bar. They're pretty like satisfying. Even if you're really wanting chocolate, you could have like one of those sticks. And if you do care about calories and stuff, I think it's about 100 calories for just one of the stick that I showed you. So it's pretty like reasonable for like candy or chocolate. So moving on to clothes. I guess I have clothes this month. I love Jessica Simpson denim. This was something that I found at Marshall's. You can find her brand sometimes at like Marshall's and TJ Maxx. I haven't recently, but it fits my body so well. And you know, if you are anybody really, but like if you've like lost weight, if you've gained weight, if you have a body, you know that sometimes denim can be really annoying to find. And Jessica Simpson denim fits me so well. So I bought 2 pair, and I will link to them below because I'm not going to really properly be able to show you. These ones are the Kiss Me Super Skinny, and it's just like a nice classic denim. This is one of my favorite colors, and it's like, it comes rolled. You can unroll them. They're not sewn. They're a great like skinny denim. I can maybe insert a picture. They've been on my, I've worn them like honestly like 3 or 4 times a week since I got that pair. And then I got a Forever rolled ankle. So this is more like a boyfriend kind of fit, but like if you want boyfriend jeans to not look sloppy. And that's what I have found that's been so great, is that she has these like cropped denim that looks like a boyfriend denim. But you know that if you're not super petite, sometimes boyfriend denim can be hard to wear. So I'm going to link those. I do have to buy them at Macy's. That's where I've found like the best ones that I wanted. But Macy's is kind of annoying. They often run promos, which is great. So I wouldn't buy them full price, because I bought those each for about $30 a piece, which makes me feel more comfortable. But the problem with Macy's is that like you have to pay $10 shipping if your order is under like $100, and sometimes it's like, oh, if your order is under $150, and like I'm not spending that much, so I hate paying $10 for shipping. I think that's annoying. Another clothing item, I bought a bunch of t-shirts from Old Navy. So actually the one I'm wearing right now has this like ruffle detail sleeve. This is one that I love. I'll link these below. I got a couple of these, and I got what they're called, their boyfriend slub knit t-shirts. So I just got like classic. It has like the pocket. It's they're a little bit like baggier. which I kind of love in the summer. I like them to be, this one is super cute. I thought happiness is free, and it's the same. That's a pocket detail. They fit a little bit boxier, but what I do actually is I've been trying to, I'll tuck them in sometimes, but I can show you with these actually. I tie them, and you can see the pound puppy that lives on my bed forever. So I tie it, and then it can kind of look a little more flattering for like a boyfriend, like loose kind of vibe. But that's like my vibe in the summer. I love wearing like boyfriend jeans. I love wearing like slouchy t-shirts, and that's what I want to wear all the time. It's my summer uniform. So just really quickly, a couple other things that are online only. Sarah Lemkis, I mentioned her in my last video, which is my like Anastasia, I can't remember what I called it actually. It's an Anastasia tutorial, like my makeup tutorial. And I mentioned her. Sarah Lemkis is very cool. She's from New Zealand and she moved to Australia. Is that right? Now I feel like I'm getting it backwards. But anyway, she and her family are vegan. She's younger. She and her husband are so beautiful. They're like such a beautiful couple. They have 2 younger kids and they do like lots of like vegan stuff. But I like her a lot because she really does care about like being sustainable. So I'm not a vegan. I'm not planning on being vegan, but like it's very cool to hear someone talk about it and talk about sustainable living and shopping at thrift stores and stuff like that. And it's just been, I just find her, when I watch her videos, I always feel good afterwards. I'll link one of her videos below, or maybe I'll just link her channel so you can kind of like search through it. That probably is a better idea. Another thing that I loved is PBS did this show called The Great American Read. I don't know if anybody else like watched this. I haven't really seen a lot of people post about it, but it was basically a show where they have the top 100 books of all times, and there's really random ones like 50 Shades of Grey made it on, and I'm not really sure how exactly, but like, so there's the ones like that, like Twilight, but there's also the obvious ones, To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, Lord of the Rings, like that kind of stuff. And it just had all these interviews. It was a 2-hour like first episode, and then over the summer they're gonna have people like voting and like figuring out which one is the best like great American read. I love reading about books. I love talking about books. So it was so up my alley and I loved it. There's a bunch of celebrities being interviewed. And actually, so I don't have cable. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I gave up cable and I really only watch on my TV, but I watch through streaming. So I have an Amazon Fire Stick and I have a smart TV. So between those two, I have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO, whatever. So that's how I watch TV. So I was kind of like, how am I going to watch the show? PBS has an app that you can get. I have that on my Fire Stick, and it is such an awesome app. It had tons of their shows. There's that concert series. I can't remember what it is. I can try to link to that too. That PBS does, but I was like, why haven't I been watching this? Why haven't I had this? So that is like another favorite. There's so much content on there, and a lot of really good stuff from PBS. And my very last favorite is, I did a wonderful Fitness Blender workout. I mentioned them in my like favorite workouts video. It's like a 24-minute ab. God, that someone was coming in. It's a 24-minute like ab workout video, and I actually found it's just abs, it's not cardio, but I actually found that my heart rate was getting up, and it was such a great like recovery day workout. And also I think it'd be great if you did like a mini workout and you wanted to add to it or whatever. It was really great. Definitely gonna link to that below. I did have one not favorite this month, and I never really do this, but I had enough feelings about it that I wanted to mention this. So like I said, I watched Netflix. That's one of the main ones. I watched 13 Reasons Why already. So good. Working on Riverdale right now. I think those two could be favorites right now as well. But I watched a movie called Kissing Booth. Have you seen this? Because I love to watch easy stuff when I'm working out. I've mentioned that before. So I thought, okay, Kissing Booth, it's like a romantic comedy. High schoolers, they're gonna have a kissing booth, and like the girl falls in love with like her best guy friend's brother, and it's gonna be dramatic, but like great for watching when you're working out, right? And I wanted to like get so badly because it was cute. Like there were some parts that were like cute and funny. But oh my God, the girl, it's like at every 2 seconds, the girl is like topless. Whoops. Oh my God, I accidentally touched his penis. Oh my God, it was this. I hated that so much. It felt so dumb at those parts. And it felt like she was just being objectified so hard. And I hated that. So while it was cute, I did watch the whole thing because it was like great for a workout. I was like very, it's very easy to watch, but like I would not recommend it. And I told the students that I was talking to about it the next day. I had some girls be like, oh, I want to watch that too. I told them, I hope that you think about me every single time that she takes her shirt off and that you realize that this is a sexist thing and that this shouldn't be happening. Now the guys are shirtless a lot too, so it's not only that, but like it just annoyed me. So that's my dud, and I'm ending on a negative note. But anyway, I need to stop talking. I'm like rambling so much, but I had some super good favorites. I want to know anything that's your favorite. Like don't feel like you have to edit unless it's like, like mean or weird, but like I want to know like what you're watching, what you're reading, makeup, skincare, what you're eating, any of that. I would love to hear suggestions below, or just like your comments on what you love. I always dive in. I look through all of the favorites and all of the suggestions, so I love it so much. So with that being said, I need to stop talking. I hope that you have a great month. I hope that you start June off really well, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.